taking Mark's sketches, especially the barbarian one, and did this presentation to Ray Wagner at Mattel in December 1980. He created these 3 prototypes using big gym bodies and sculpting with clay on top of them. The only one based on Mark's sketches is the middle one. The rest are just Kit Bash figures that one used 12 inches Boba Fett Star Wars figure. And Ray Wagner really liked the concept, and they moved forward, and the Masters of the Universe line started. This is actually one of the best things that we have. We have this prototype is a cast of one of the original Tony Guerrero sculptures. Tony Guerrero was the sculptor working at Mattel at that time. It's rumored to be the one that originally sculpted Barbie too. And it was a good friend of Mark Taylor. And the thing about Masters of the Universe is Mark was in charge of design at that time, and he used all the people he knew to create the line. So he used his friend Ted Mayer for the vehicles. He used Rudy Obrero for the packaging, and Errol McCarthy for a lot of other things that we'll see in a moment. Tony did. This is one of the first human sculpt. It's not the original sculpt, of course. It's a cast, but an original cast from that time, and a rare painted one. In the catalog, you can see an unpainted version of the prototype. He still had the helmet, but the shapes of the body were already there. And this stuff that you can see in the catalog right now, and I'm going to show just a few of them. These are the original B sheets from '81. The B sheets are the boards where the drawing for the character with all the notes is presented to the management to create the action figures. And this is the original Skeletor B sheets. At that time, it had another working name among many others that they considered. It was called a D-Man. And it's cool that it was more of a zombie face, not really a skull. And I don't know how many of you remember the in the first Alcala mini comics, you had those shins with this bat symbol on them. And when I was a kid, I always wondered why the figure was different and it was that way in the comic. It was because Fred Alcala, the artist of the mini comics, worked off these B sheets. Even if actually some prototypes existed where he had those too. This series of drawing depicting Tila and the sorceress, which now is known more as the goddess, explain a lot of how she was supposed to work. This is the starting point. The starting point was to be a figure like this, without any of the stuff that Tila has on her armor. She was supposed to have just this low relief sculpting, this vest, and that was it. So they would have used this body to do 2 figures. One would have been Tila, and all the fur, the armor, etc., was another piece that was supposed to be put on top of Tila, like an armor, like He-Man armor, Beastman armor, etc. So that was supposed to be a separated part that attached on her, while Sorceress would have had just the snake helmet. And you can see, because she doesn't have the leaves on her crotch, etc. And so there were actually supposed to be 2 separated characters, and that's the B sheet for Sorceress, which reveals why she's green in the mini-comic. But the interesting thing is that she wasn't supposed to be green-skinned. It was more of a suit, because the face is not. She has natural color on her skin in the face. At one point, she was also supposed to be an evil character, but she became the sorceress or goddess, and then they created Evelyn.